What up, Instagram? What up, Facebook? This is DL Holloway from HeLives.online. I'm here with my best friend, my homie, Dayla.
Hi.
So right now, I want to go way back because we go way back. Like we go way back. Should I tell them how far we go back?
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay.
Yo, we go way back to like when she was 18, like straight from Georgia, Alaska, the whole nine. And she was legit. You was legit back then, you know what I'm saying? So it was like she was a phenom. Like nobody really saw like, man, this girl is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So she had like the little bounce step and she's doing pretty much everything she did then, but now she's like 10 times better. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So let's talk about the journey because you go all the way back from stepping out at 18. You know what I'm saying? All the way to now. We ain't gonna tell her age. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't ask the age.
But we're just gonna say fast forward to where you're at right now. So let's just tell Facebook, tell Instagram, the journey. You know what I'm saying, of how things have progressed. You don't have to go deep, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just
a
a
on
bridge,
the surface a little bit.
Just a bridge version.
Well, yeah, like he said, I was 18 at the time when we met him and his wife, lovely wife, April. Girl, give you a shout out.
Yeah, that's my girl. She's hot. Straight fire.
But yeah, so like he said, I'll just briefly, because I have a long story, but I've been playing since I was 11 and classically trained and everything, and I've always just loved music and I always wanted to just play it differently. And so at their place, that's where I really did experiment with the hip-hop version with the music, because I heard a group called Nothing But Strings and I just fell in love. And bless their hearts, I used to blast music in their garage, loud, practicing along with some music. I probably didn't sound as great, as I thought at the time, but
that's all good. It's all good, We was there.
But yeah, because they did kick me out and put me in the garage to practice. I used to practice in the house.
Yo, all the best bands started in the garage. I'm just saying. So don't.
But yeah, I got. Damone was like, "There's great acoustics." He said,
Noticing some hate here. Hate meter.
But no. But for real though, I did start there, and so let's fast forward. I joined. We went to Lighthouse Christian Fellowship Church.
That's right. The Friendlies. Shout out to the Friendlies.
Yes. And,
Dr. Deb. Dr. Ken.
Yes, Dr. Ken. And they have this program called Ignite, where poets, singers, rappers, lyricists, people would come out and they opened their arms and gave me a platform, because there wasn't really a lot of places that people like me had to go to perform.
Right.
And so sure enough, I used to just play music, and my friends were my backup dancers, like I said, my life coaches, my inspirational people. They were encouraging me to just play music, make music. So that's where I started in Alaska. 2006, in the garage, playing along with the track.
So now fast forward, your music has elevated, of course. What was the catalyst behind growth? Like, what would you say has grown your style, or what you feel is make you where you're at right now? What has grown your
I will say definitely a lot plays a part in my music influences as a child. The types of music my parents would just let me listen to, all types of genres, as far as jazz, pop, electric. It wasn't just mainly hip hop and R&B, things like that. And so I knew that there was just different music. I always just had these melodies in my mind, and I could just hear them and just play along with it. And so my little brother Joseph James, hey, check him out.
Shout out to Joseph.
Yes, and Terrence Walters.
What?
We all just started making music really young, and we just always had our own weird sound. And my brothers really understood me, and they were able to create what I was hearing in my head, just be able to make it. So
you would say, kind of going into this, it was inspired.
Yes.
Inspired. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, definitely, for sure. And so it was, to me, I guess it was me stepping out of the norm of, people, they may think, oh, she's just gonna do this one genre, she's just gonna do hip hop, or she's just gonna do jazz, because those were the two major genres that violinists tend to just stick in the box of. But I just was like, I really want to branch out and play something different.
Guys, that basically brings us to what you call dreamscape.
Yes.
Can you just go into that a little bit about this style of music that you play right now, Dreamscape?
Dreamscape, yes. Let's see how I can put it in words. It's very unique. It's music that I would say that's very, for my lack of words, dreamy, mysterious. Like it just take you in a place like soundscapes almost, like where you can just go and tranquil and just relax and rest, I guess. Like I always like to make music that's very inspirational and what people can just feel like I'm good to go, you know.
Okay.
I hope I make a little sense there.
No, that's perfect sense. Perfect sense. So, would you say that you had this idea growing, way back then? You feel like you had some of that way back then, or do you feel like it's something that grew or transpired?
Yes, I will say back in Alaska, definitely was the time that I used to just play just melodies at home, and I would just play them, and it will always be soothing. Maybe sometimes, and I'm an emotional player, so I would make music on how I'm feeling, the things I, maybe going through or whatnot, and I would just always use music as a way of expression. And so I think definitely, then I realized, let me play this, and then I would record it. So when I play another melody on top of it, I can hear things. And so that was my first time actually kind of like mixing something or recording something. And then I was like, man, I can really see myself making something around this.
Now, fast forward to the present. You have an album that you're working on, and how's that going?
Yes,
like, explain the album that's
guys.
Going on right now.
I know a lot of people have been asking and waiting, and I tell you, I am working on it. It takes a lot. Like, I realized, man, the album is a lot of work, but what I am doing is it's called the Dreamscape album, where it's gonna be just filled with music that's uplifting and inspiring, and that people just keep people pumped and going, and even just a little bit, upbeat, because my music is a mixture of fast paced and it's, it slows down, so it's kind of like it's gonna tell a story. So that's definitely what I want to do with my music, is tell stories where people can just kind of just take themselves to a place.
So basically, you're gonna find everybody in there. Like, everybody can find a place in Dreamscape, right? See, so it's universal.
Yes, music.
You hear that, everybody? It's universal. Music is universal. That's what's up. So, coming up very shortly, you have a concert.
Yes.
Right? The concert's coming up. So, tell us about the concert. Tell us what's going on with you.
So about the concert, it's going to be September 13th this year.
Yeah.
Okay. It's called Dreamscapes, because that's my whole anthem right now. It's just dreams, and Dreamscape basically it's like a canvas, and like, we got to write down the vision. If we don't write down the vision, you're just going to always just have this dream that it won't, you're not really taking the first step.
So you gotta write the vision and make it plain.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's what you're doing. You're putting feet to faith, right? So
yes, this definitely is.
All right, that's what's up.
Yes, this whole concert has been a trial of just trusting God and just like believing and seeing all these things just manifest and just fall into place. It's just blowing my mind.
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're getting there. We're gonna get there. We're not there yet, but we're gonna get there. So the album's called Dreamscape.
Yes.
And I think you're stepping out even in singing, right?
Yes, I am. You guys are yes. So I sing, and I generally, don't always sing out for everyone, but this is definitely me stepping out, just being vulnerable. Like, I'm just allowing myself to be vulnerable to my listeners, to my followers, and I will be singing a little bit. Yeah, so
it's gonna be exciting. You thought she just did strings, right? You thought she just did the violin. Girl got vocal cords. She got vocals. That's what's up. So, Dreamscape album, stepping out, singing. But also with that, you also stepped out in a big way, because you and your husband, Solid Rock Productions together, decided to bet on yourselves and decided to step out and do it on your own.
Yeah.
And put this together. Just kind of go into that, because that's where you start really getting into the faith aspect of what they're doing. Is, they decided to, go out there and do their thing. So.
Well, I would definitely say we were just tired of just like no one opening any doors or giving platforms, because as soon as people hear violin,
Right.
they think classical, they think weddings,
Right.
ensembles. They never really think about that it could just be something new, and so it was always like a vision, a dream of mine to have a show, and I just thought it would be another kind of way. Sometimes we have our own way we think how things are supposed to
Right.
happen, but it never really happens that way. And so, but yeah, it's been something in my heart. And so my husband, I never said anything. I was like, I'm not going to say anything to him. I'm like, Lord, I'm like, you know what? If it's supposed to happen, maybe somebody will invite me to come play on their show,
Right.
And no one was doing that.
Right.
And all of a sudden, one day he was like, babe, we should put on a concert. I'm like, dude, what? How are we gonna do that?
Right.
And he just went through all the pros, and they were just outweighing the cons. And I'm like, man, I have no excuse of why I shouldn't go forth and do this.
So even through this process, this process of starting the show and getting your own venue and really stepping out, it takes faith to
Yes.
step out not knowing what's going to happen, so kind of explain that aspect of it in your own life, your own walk of faith, like stepping out not knowing, okay, are we going to have XYZ, and things of that nature.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like, because we were like, okay, we have our budget, we have our bills, life, and everything. So
Right.
I'm like, how in the world are we gonna pay for this? Because it takes money to put on a concert,
Right.
And so, and we just look how God just mapped things out, like all the people we've met, all the people we've made connection with,
Right.
they've all just came. It just all came together and just all worked out.
So kind of give us some clues to some of the testimonies, some of the faith, praise reports that came out of you stepping out, because you kind of have like a good journey of good praise reports coming out of this faith journey. Try to go into some of that.
I would definitely. The first thing was having a venue. Those things are really hard to come by, especially for people who are just starting out.
Right.
And so I'm gonna give her a shout out, Brandy White. Hi, girl. If you're watching this, Food for the Soul, they have been awesome. She was like the first person that actually gave me a platform to perform, and she didn't judge or anything. She was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance. She took a chance, because she was building her brand at that time, and I was like, wow, she's trusting me to and so I performed. It was awesome, but she is a promoter, and she puts on shows and things like that, and so she blessed us with a great opportunity to use her venue also. And so that was the first big hurdle, was because I was like, I don't where are we gonna have it,
Right.
And so that worked out, so we got the venue taken care of, and so that was the first, I would say, praise report, okay, wow. So I'm like,
yeah, that's a good point. Like you said, that it was someone that you were already connected to. You know what I'm saying? Teamwork makes the dream work. You have divine connections that come into your life, whereas though that you might not always understand why they're there, but God has a plan. He's going to always use people to fulfill the vision and goal that you have in your life, because he wants everyone to be included. We're not an island to ourselves. So it's amazing how you stepping out and all these different connections, these divine connections have all been kind of choreographed, put into place to make this outcome that's about to happen in about 2 weeks. So
yes, it's crazy. We got artists that are coming. I was just honored that they were even gonna be a part of this, someone we met in England, a connection we made, he's gonna be there. Bobby Lucas, he's a saxophone player, he's flying out. Someone we met in Oklahoma, my husband did a video shoot for. He's an inspirational rapper, Christian rapper. He's coming out. A girl that's a singer, Abigail Dalton. She's amazing, and she's a videographer that my husband also worked with, and she's an artist, inspired artist. She's coming out. And the great Stephen Q, he's awesome. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys here in the local Dallas area know about him. He will be also coming and performing, and I met him at an event on a rooftop for where we're all networking and helping just support a friend, Tiffany, hi girl, on her event where she was doing a charity to raise money. And so it's like you said, you're as strong as your team, you're strong as the connection you make with people. I learned that you can go far when you work with people, you love people, you show God's love, and it all just intertwines and works together.
Yeah, I think that's a really good take-home message for those who have a dream. That God's giving you a dream. You can't do it by yourself. You can't do it alone, and you have to forge relationships and show that love, and not burn bridges and not do people wrong, because you never know, they're part of the masterpiece, the game plan or what have you. So amazing. So what basically inspired this concert? Like what do you feel inspired, what you're doing at this particular venue that's coming up in?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Definitely what inspired this, like I mentioned earlier, is just dreamscapes, where people who have a dream, who write it out, and they just also want an opportunity to be able to share their dream or whatever their passions are.
Right.
And so these artists definitely that I'm working with, that are performing with me, I just wanted to just give them a platform also to share their gifts and talents. And on top of that, I wanted to help people just feel good that comes and enjoy it. So it's like a whole just circle around. Just I want to help out the other artists. I want to inspire the comers, the people that are coming and attending. So it's just a full circle. Pretty much.
Full circle. That's what it's all about. You come in Alaska 18, fast forward to now, full circle, doing what you do best. It's just, there's a lot of nuggets, guys. I hope you guys, Facebook, Instagram, listen up. Dale is dropping mad knowledge in your ear, like telling you what it takes, what you have to do to step out and do what God's called for you to do. It's not just sitting down and just making confessions and saying what you want to do. You actually got to put some feet to it. You got to step out not knowing, and God got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you got to bring it all together.
Yeah.
She's kicking mad knowledge to you. You need to take it, and walk with it. You know what I mean? So before we go, please let Facebook and Instagram let them know how you get the tickets. Like, how do, the venue, where it's at, how they can get the tickets, the time, everything. Just let them know what's up.
So go on eventbrite.com. The tickets are available there. It's called Dreamscapes, Music by Dayla. You can also check me out on my Facebook page, Music by Dayla, my Instagram page, Music by Dayla. Everything is Music by Dayla to make it really simple and easy for people to go and look. But there are links there on all my social media platforms. But the tickets are available on Eventbrite, and the doors open at 8 p.m. So you don't want to miss it. VIP I'm already selling VIP tickets. I have VIP tickets available. You definitely want to get those if you can, because you will get a very close up, just there, like feel the whole flow of everything. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. Like, we're going to have a dancer there, live band, like I said, live music. It's going to be a great experience.
All right, you heard it first. Great experience. Facebook, Instagram, you guys gotta check it out. One more time, let them know where can they go to get the tickets and more information. Go.
One more time, eventbrite.com. It's called Dreamscapes, Music by Dayla, and all my social media platforms on Facebook and Instagram is Music by Dayla, Dalla, Music by Dayla. So check it out.
Check it out. That's what's up.